Do you realize that could be like $1 million card?
Dance Jags.
50 cases of this stuff, 1,000 boxes.
Professor, it was insane. It was like unbelievable, honestly.
Ever since I heard Blez hit all these one-of-ones, these 4 crazy one-of-ones in the span of a week, it's actually much more if you were to go watch his live feed of what he's pulled. It's absolutely insane.
I mean, it is an astronomical feat to hit cards like that back to back to back.
So I want to get into it. Some people think it's totally reasonable because he's bought all these cases. And others think it's just, you know, the odds of getting struck by lightning 5 or 10 times in your lifetime is more reasonable than hitting these cards all within a span of a week. This is bothering me so much I left my dinner on the table. I mean, not even playing. I'm driving back to work, back to the school, so we can get into the numbers, because I really want to figure out what are we looking at here, what are the numbers. We can get some sort of rough estimate, even though Panini doesn't put these numbers or their pack odds out there or stats on these print runs out there. What inspires me to make this video is just so many people are just misinformed, and maybe it's me that's misinformed. Half the people think here that Blez ripped an ungodly amount of product and him pulling the Nebula is just completely reasonable, or even all 4 of them. This next comment says he bought every case, the backer, but literally bought every case left to hit these cards. And I've done research. There's other cases I could still go buy. So they didn't buy every case. And whenever I asked these guys for sources, I never got one. So I went straight to the source myself and hopped on a live. And guess who was ripping cards? Jags himself. This was fun. Take a listen.
What's up, Professor? Right now, I'm curious, how many cases do you think you opened and or bought? Combined or pick it to 25? Over 100 of 2021. We did 80 before we had any rookie. So that was wild. You know, I would also say, by the way, if things were quote unquote rigged, wouldn't you want like the owner hitting it, or Blez would be wanting to hit it? You know what I mean? You would think so. How about an Ant-Man for the T-Wolves for Austin? Let's go, Austin. Very nice. Yeah, I don't think they'd want me hitting it. I'm just here to break. All right. Yeah, we're always honest, Professor.
Bear with me in just a moment. We'll get to how I came to conclusion on the math and see what you think of my numbers. But before that, let's take a look at the cards Blez pulled.
It's a rookie. Oh my goodness. Bernie 718 with a Lamelo Ball Nebula. Oh my God. We did it. Penny Hank just hit the Ant-Man Nebula.
We're here live at the airport in Haneda. I had such an amazing time. Sam, Papa, in Tokyo. We're about to have our last meal together. I want the world to know that there's one true rookie card that I've been searching for over 3 years. 2021 Prism Choice. The Anthony Edwards Rookie Nebula has yet to surface. Zion Papa? Yeah? Backer is going to pay $250,000 on the Anthony Edwards Nebula. Someone please pull that card, because I am a buyer at $250K. Thank you.
Oh my God. How about a Victor Wembanyama Nebula for Zion Papa?
The second time in a row.
What?
Wow.
What just happened? Holy shit, guys.
Again.
I don't even know what to say or do. I'm done. I think I'm going home.
Every time I'm here. Every time.
Wow.
Nebula.
Do you realize that could be like $1 million card?
In my dance, this is what I was doing for the maxi, for Big Deuce. And then this man, he hit the Lamelo, the Ant-Man, and now the Wemby. What's your dance, Jags?
I guess I gotta show him.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Professor, it was insane. It was like unbelievable, honestly. Obviously, you see the chatter going around, right? What would I say to the chatter? It's just normal. I wouldn't even call it haters. I would just call it. I mean, it is an astronomical feat to hit cards like that, back to back to back. I mean, the The 2021 made sense, but the next day they hit the Wemby, that was out of control. That was a shocker. So the odds of that were wild, but to hit those in 2021 are fine. The odds of that were fine. We had a lot of the cases that were left in the whole run. So the odds were with them cards being out there that we were going to probably hit them. But the fact that I hit the Ant-Man and the Wemby in back-to-back days, that's kind of wild. You know, basically he bought all of it that he could find. Yeah, we still have some. We're still going to move it. There's still Desmond Bane out there. We still put bounties on this stuff. I mean, there's zero, zero problem in moving some of that.
In just a moment, we're going to go over the numbers, how I got them, because it's tricky because Panini doesn't release print runs. Panini doesn't really even release the pack odds. But I found a workaround. So we're going to get into that in just a moment about the Wemby 2023 rookie card. And the defense that of everyone in Blez is, oh, he bought up all the 2020 Prism choice. And that's fair. He didn't buy up all the 2023 choice, and how does he hit that? And real quick, I don't want to make this too long. You know, Blez could be in on this, who knows? The point is that Topps and Panini have all the incentive to do this. Why? It's free publicity. It's showing to young kids, gamblers, whoever, it can be done. I mean, even young kids, guys in their 20s, 30s, 40s, people that like opening it, oh man, it happened, we did it, someone got it. And now you're going to sit there and spend, I don't know, money on 5-6 boxes and never have the same luck. So it all eyes see it. Even if you did have the same luck opening it up in your bedroom all by yourself, you know what? Topps gets no publicity off that. Everyone saw this. Everyone has eyes on seeing the Wemby pulled. And now, ooh, how exciting. Maybe it could be you or me. So next to me, you can see the box in hand. It's a 1-pack box. It has 8 cards. And of those 8 cards, there's 1 autograph. And that's the big workaround that's going to allow us to figure out what print runs are in this set and how many boxes or cases there might be out there total. Behind me, we have the 2020-2021 Panini Prism checklist. And if we keep it moving and we scroll down, you can see that this is the autograph checklist. So of all the Panini Prism basketball, these are the autographs. Okay, you could click that here. And what we're going to see is a lot of the different autographs don't come in the choice boxes. For instance, these fast break autographs, there's no choice option. You're not going to find that in a box of choice. Same thing here. This is the fast break rookie auto, not in choice. So I'm going to keep scrolling down quite a bit because there's a lot of autographs you're not going to find in choice. The penmanship 2020 Prism, not going to be in choice. So this is how, because every rookie card, or excuse me, every box of Prism choice has an autograph, has 8 cards, and of those 8 cards, 1 is an autograph. And so we can see here's the first one, rookie signature checklist, and there are 50 cards on this checklist. So you can get 2 different choice variants. You can get the green choice Prism, which is numbered to just 8, serial numbered to 8. Okay, and then there's the base choice Prism auto. Sensational signatures, these also come in choice. And there's 100 cards in this checklist. And I believe if we go back to the Kemp, this is the sensational signature Sean Kemp, green, serial numbered to 8. So what we can know right away is that of these 100 cards in this checklist in choice, there's going to be the green version, which is serial numbered to 8. Okay, so right away I know there's 800 cards of the green, just in green rare of this. And that means there's in 800 boxes, okay? And that's what we're going to try to do, is correlate how many autographs can I figure out, and that's going to correlate to how many boxes there are, and we can figure out how many cases total that were made of this. So there's only one other autograph you can pull after these 100 cards here, and there's one more, and it's the signature checklist. You can see it comes in choice Prism, and again in the green choice, serial numbered to 8. And this, we have the Donovan Mitchell. That's exactly what this is, the signature, not serial number. This is a red card here. You can turn it over. It doesn't signify anywhere that this thing is serial number. Not on the back, not down here, like I said, the Kemp, and then not on the checklist. So this is where we have to speculate. What is each one of these cards' print runs, okay? So my speculation, this is really where, you know, you're gonna stick with me and say, oh yeah, his math is solid, or you're gonna say, no, I didn't follow that logic and the math is wrong. Okay, so I'm going to make an argument that this card is definitely higher serial number than 99 or 100. Okay, because if this card was out of 100 or 99, I believe Panini would make that known. Of course they would, because that means in every box you're either pulling a green serial number out of 8, because remember, every box has an auto, or you're pulling an autographed serial number out of 99, or just 99 print run. So I think that would 100% be on this card if it were serial numbered out of 100. I'd make the same argument for 199 or 200. I believe even at 500, they'd probably have this thing serial number, but how many of did they really make? Now, you got to remember, these autographs are on sticker. These guys signed thousands of those stickers. So this is very helpful to figure out how many autos are there total. And then we can figure out how many boxes and cases there were ever made. So now we have a nice visual of what's going on. There's 200 total cards autographed. Okay, that's the checklist. When we looked according to Beckett's checklist, which is very thorough of 2020 Prism, there's 3 different autographs you can hit in choice, and totaling 200 total cards in that checklist. Now, there's 2 variants in those boxes. When you open those boxes, there's the 3 different types: the rookie signature, the sensational, what we already went over, and there's the 2 variants. There's the base, and there's the green. Now, the green we know is serial number to 8. They tell us. So right away, there's no speculation on those rare green autos. We can multiply 8 times 200, and we know there's 1,600 total green autos, and it's 1 autograph per box. So I also know that there's 1,600 boxes out there with a green autograph, okay? Now, furthermore, we could take that to the next step, and that's what I want to do with the base coming up. If there's 1,600 total boxes and there's 20 boxes in each case, that means, now obviously all these boxes aren't in one case or these 80 cases, they're spread out, but there's 80 total cases. If you were to add up these 1,600 green autos, although they're spread out, they would take up a minimum. They're taking up 80 cases. We need to solve is, what was the base print run, okay? And I really do believe, again, if Panini had a product here that was serial number to 99 or 100, that means every box you buy or open, you're either getting an autograph serial number to 8 or serial number to 100. That makes the product way more in demand. It makes it super attractive. You're pulling some rare auto either way. So I've thought about this a lot. You know, this is where our math could be very, very tricky, because this could very easily be 1,000 in the base. I don't think it's 1,000, but 1,000 of these auto, nice looking red cards, still pretty rare in the grand scheme of things. If there's only 1,000 print run of a card, you're not going to see that card very often. Okay, now you can make the same argument for 500, 2,000. I think even just at 200, if we call the base just serial number 200, which it's not on the card, but even if the print run, and I also want to make this, I don't know if Panini, because they don't tell us, let's say the Steph Curry, maybe they only release 100, but then if some lesser name player or some veteran player that doesn't sell or is not as in demand, maybe they're releasing 300. I don't know if it's even on that. So this is an average per, because again, they don't tell us. For purposes of our math in this video, we're using 200. We're going to say each of these base card autographs, average or whatever it is, there's 200 in the print run, which seems low to me. But I want to use low conservative numbers, because even at these low numbers, I still think the odds are going to come out pretty rare, and we're using conservative numbers. Anyways, 40,000 total base cards if each is numbered to 200. 200 times 200, we had 40,000 total base autographs. Remember, there's an autograph per box. Okay, so if there's 40,000 total autos, that means there's 40,000 total boxes on top of our smaller thing over here of 1,600, of course. All right, and maybe you're saying, nope, that's way too high, it can't be, but that's just if each one's at 200. Each of those autos is at 200 print run or on average. I mean, if that's what they're creating. And I would argue that if it was, why wouldn't Panini advertise that? Because it still makes the product even more attractive. Each of these autos is serial number to 200. Again, we don't know. So the purposes of our math today, this is what we're going to use. If there's 40,000 total base autos and boxes, that means there's 2,000 total cases made when this product came out. When I first started this project, I had no clue what the numbers of Panini would be. And so I think it's fair to say that each one of those base cards is serial number on average to 100. We have the facts that the green is serial numbered to 8. Making this maybe about 25 times more rare than the actual base card here, between 20 and 25 times. 8, there's going to be 1,600 total green autos, taking up 1,600 boxes. In total, that would be 80 cases. On this side, I guess that's, I don't know, my right now, and now it's left, and who knows what it is for you. The base, if it's serial number 200, that's crazy. There is 40,000 base autos. This really makes me think. I know it's 200 different cards, players, check, you know, but this is crazy to think. This is one limit. This is one product, and this product is very limited compared to some other products, Topps, base prism. If you were opening just the regular prism, this would equal 2,000 cases of this prism choice. What do you think? I think that's reasonable to think. It's not some crazy number of 20,000 or 100,000 cases. It's 2,000 cases. And 2,000 cases, again, would equal 40,000 boxes. That means if one Steph Curry auto, there's 40,000 boxes, and there's just 200, if we did the math right, of that Steph auto. So it's pretty hard to hit, and that seems accurate. And it's even more hard to hit the 1-of-1 Nebula, because those aren't in 200 boxes. Those are in one box, in one case. Okay, you would think that those 200 autos of Steph Curry base would be in 200 different cases. Hopefully spread the love. The Edwards, any Nebula, is 1-of-1. I assume it's a case hit. It might even be more rare. It could be less rare. I should have asked that to Jags. He would have known. Comment below if you know. Is the Nebula a case hit? It's 1-of-1. I would assume it's a case hit, or even more rare than a case hit. So in this case, we end up... we end up with 2,080 cases. So if you, that Anthony Edwards Ant-Man or that Tyrese Maxey or Lamelo Ball is in one case of the 2,080. Now, when I asked, he said over 100. Most of his, the chat said 100. I think he was talking out loud. I kind of overheard to say 107 at some point, but he pulled it back. So we're just going to call it 110, that they opened 110 cases out of the 2,080 total. Okay, because we can't forget about the 80 cases of all the green autos. All right, I'm giving Blez and this, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, really. I think we came to 2,080 cases pretty fairly with the math here, and it's not some godly amount of cases out there. I'm going to say by the time Blez start, you know, they didn't start opening and buying choice yesterday or even last month. I'd assume they bought choice in the very beginning when there was 2,080. So if that accounts for some of these, you know, so again, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt that when they started opening choice or when they started their little strategy, half the cases were already gone and open. And I also want to say, like, there's card shops all across America, you know, and maybe they have 2 boxes of the choice. And if you take 10 card shops that own 2 boxes of choice, well, that's 20 boxes. That's a case. So while that case is open, it's still part of this denominator here, you know, it's still out there. It still hasn't been ripped yet. So if we do that, we end up creating, let's see, get rid of that, 110 out of 1,040. If half of them were gone, we're going to strip that denominator total amount by half the cases. There's 1,040 when they start this strategy. They're going to get up to 110. For easy math, I mean, come on, we're going to take 10 away and 40 away. We're just going to make it 100 out of 1,000. I mean, none of this is solid. This is all speculation, all me trying to do my best. Excuse me. And that gives us a nice, easy number of 1 in 10. That if they follow this, they have a 1 in 10 chance of pulling one of those nebulas, right? They have a 1 in 10 chance. And then there's the 9 in 10 chance that, you know, one of the other people ripping it, having a case, having boxes, they pull it at some point. Okay, again, what do you think of this math? Are these, maybe you're thinking, no, those cases are too high, but our math up here really does support it. I mean, I don't think this is wrong button. I don't think that this 200 up here is a crazy number. I think that's actually very conservative or very reasonable number, and that would create this many cases of the choice. It's not, I don't think you couldn't buy the choice retail. It's not an option. It was in these cases. So 1 in 10 to hit 1. Now what I want to do is I want to show you a wheel real quick. Let's get to it. This wheel is a 1 in 10 chance. So while they're opening tons of product, when it comes down to it, if we did our math right, they had a 1 in 10 chance. And I think I was being pretty fair in our assessment here. So a 1 in 10 chance, you're still probably not rushing to the sports book to go bet on that underdog. You know, so let's just spin for the heaven's sake. I'm going to pick 8 for Kobe, and let's see if we hit 8. We should hit it 1 every 10 times. and we just missed. Here's 8. We hit 9, and man, is that how life or the game of cracking packs and breaking works. We can do this 9 more times, and we finally should hit 8 at least one time. So the odds are still not great, and I just wanted to point that out with this wheel that, yes, the odds are much better, probably better than a lot of people thought, because 1 in 10 seems reasonable, but that's just one of the Nebula cards. What are the odds that they hit 3 of the biggest Nebulas from 2020 choice? Well, then you have to multiply 1/10 times 1/10 times 1/10, or 1/10 cubed. Let's do it. Okay, so here we are following our same math. We had 1 in 10 chance of hitting one of them. To hit 3 of them, we have a 1 in 10 cube chance. That's 1/10 times 1/10 times 1/10 for this to happen, which would give us 1/1000th, or that means 1 out of 1,000 if we spin that wheel. Those are the odds of hitting something like that. 1 in 1,000 is 0.1%, not 1%, 1 out of 100, 0.1%. That doesn't include the Wemby. It doesn't include some of these other crazy 1-of-1 Nebulas they hit recently. It's insane. I'm not.
Professor, it was insane. It was like unbelievable, honestly.
Throwing anybody out. I do think Topps and if anything, it's Topps and Panini have incentive to make sure these breakers are hitting things for the world, the country to see, and create hype, create speculation, and create money, people buying their product. What do you think? Comment below. What do you think of the math here? Did our best. We don't know the numbers. I enjoyed making this video. I thought about it nonstop since I saw the story and the article. Give a like, subscribe if you haven't, to help the channel grow, and have a great day.
What up, everybody? This is Robert Ory, a.k.a. Big Shot Bob, and you're watching Professional Sports Cards. Hey, by the way, go buy my rookie card.